Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining the call right on time. I know it's been a busy week. The main reason I called this meeting is to discuss our sea freight performance, especially over the last 2 months. We have seen noticeable delays, fluctuating costs, and some complaints from our eastern region customer. I want you to take a deep look at the situation, find out what's really happening, and how we can respond quickly and strategically.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, you're right. The situation has been quite dynamic lately. We even see several descriptions that affected vessel schedules and container handling times. Some of these are external, like winter conditional, but other might be internal project gaps.
Understood. That's why I'd like you to go layer by layer. Operation, finance, customer side, and then possible solution. Rahel, let's start with you. Give us a detailed picture of what's been going on in operation.
Alright, in short, our total shipment volume went by 18%, this quarter mostly driven by higher demand from clients in Eastern Indonesia, Ambon, Kupang, and Sorong. That's the good news. However, the challenge is delivery time is half average transit time from 6 days about 9 days for several routes. There are three main factors. Number one, weather issues, frequent storms and raw sea causes several ships to postpone departure. Number two, port congestion in expedition in Surabaya containers sometimes wait 48 hours before loading. Number three, limited vessel available, smaller shipping lines which we sometimes use of codes have further departure and lower berthing priority.
So, even though the shipment volume is growing, the infrastructure can keep up.
Actually, the growth is faster than what the ports and carrier can handle. Actually, we even also notice encroachment in communication from smaller shipping partners. Sometimes they change vessel schedule at the last minute.
Yes, and that creates a domino effect. Once one vessel is delayed, the next batch of shipment get rescheduled too. The system isn't flexible enough to absorb the change.
That's a valid concern, Afifa. From your side, how often do we face those vessel schedule change?
At least twice among major routes. Usually they notify us only 12 until 24 hours before departure change. That's not enough time to reschedule tracking and port documentation. Plus, manual updates between our system and the carrier make it even slower to react.
So, we're dealing with both operational delays and information delays. That's double trouble.
Especially if we can improve data flow, even without charging carriers, we could still save time.
Good point. Let's park that for a bit. I want to see the financial implication. Next, Jasmine, can you walk us through the number?
Sure. Overall, sea freight is still most cost-effective transportation method, but our logistic costs have risen 7.2% this quarter. The main costs are: first, fuel surcharge adjustment by shipping lines; second, higher port handling fees; and third, increased container rental rates, especially for long-distance routes. Even though it's still cheaper than air or land transport, the unpredictability adds extra costs. When shipments arrive late, we pay more warehouse storage at the destination.
Understood. How does that affect our cash flow?
That's the tricky part. The client often delay their payments until the goods arrive. So when shipments are delayed, the inflow of cash flow down. It's not a direct loss, but it affects liquidity, especially when several large invoices are pending at once.
That's concerning. How far off are we from our logistic budget for this year?
So we're about 3.5% over budget right now. It's not alarming yet, but if delays continue, it could go up to 5% by next quarter. Also, we spend additional time on manual tracking and coordination. That's a hidden labor cost. Our team spend hours each week chasing updates from shipping agents to ports.
That's true. Sometimes our staff call the port office multiple times just to confirm a container's location. It's time consuming.
So, inefficiency costs use not only money but also man hours. We need to think about automation before we go there. I like to understand how all this look from the customer side. Nada, can you share what you have been hearing from clients?
Over the past 2 months, we've seen about 20% increase in customer complaints related to sea freight delay. Most of the feedback is from clients in Ambon, Papua, and Maluku. They say delivery are uncomfortable, sometimes 2 until 3 days later than expected. Interestingly, customers don't complain much about cost. What frustrates them is not know what's going on. They often say things like, if only we know the shipment position, we could plan our production schedule better.
That's understandable. People can tolerate delay if they keep information.
Exactly. The main issue is lack of visibility right now. Our updates are manual. We depend on report from operation, which sometimes come a day late. That can create tension with customer.
It's the same for finance. When clients call us asking where their goods are, we don't have instant answer. We need to check with operation first.
That's why I strongly suggest investing in a real-time tracking system for sea shipments. It doesn't have to be complex, even partial integration with our shipping partners that best would make a hug difference.
I have actually looked into that. There are two systems available. The first Marine Track and Ocean View system. The first Marine Track connect directly to carrier data and update automatically. The second Ocean View use GPS device on container, more accurate but more expensive.
If we track how much will it cost?
Roughly 215 million per year for all road. But if we start small, say Jakarta Makassar and Surabaya Ambon, we can do it for about half that.
That's quite reasonable. If it reduces delays and improve efficiency, the investment could pay off within a year.
And from a marketing point of view, the goal we can promote it as transparency freight with live tracking. Customer to love transparency is build loyalty and long-term trust.
Agreed, it will also strengthen our brand reputation as a modern, reliable logistic partner.
Plus, our internal coordination will improve. We don't know the exact status of a shipment without sending dozens of emails.
Sounds good. Are there any downsides or risks we should be aware of, Afifa?
Technical integration and training, the system setup might take 2 until 3 weeks, and we'll need to train the operation staff. But once it's running, it's user-friendly.
Excellent. Let's plan a pilot phase. Start with the two routers you mentioned and evaluate performance after 3 months.
We'll coordinate with Aviva for implementation and reporting.
I'll handle the budget and contract review with the handle.
And I'll prepare customer communication material once we're ready to roll it out.
Okay, perfect teamwork. Let's move to final remarks and summarize the key points. All right, let's wrap this up here. What we have discussed and agreed upon today. The first, sea freight remains our core transportation mode, handling more than 60% of shipments. And the two, we face challenge in weather, port congestion, and vessel scheduling, causing delivery delays. And three, this delay have both financial and customer impacts, increased costs, sour cash flow, and rising complaints. And four, the tackle this, we launch a pilot project for digital shipment tracking using MarineTrack, the routes Jakarta Makassar and Surabaya Ambon. Duration 3 months for evaluation. And the five, operation and logistic will manage system setup and trading. The six, finance will allocate budget and offers vendor contract. The last, marketing will handle customer communication and rebranding to emphasize transparency. I want to stress something important. Our company real value isn't just in offering lower price. It's in being dependable and transparent. When customer trust us, they'll stay with us even when the market shift. This tracking initiative is more than a tech upgrade. It's a step toward a smarter, connect supply chains that build long-term relationship. And the final comments before we close?
Yes, one quick point. Once the tracking system is active, can we include a customer feedback link on on dashboard that would let us monitor certification in real time?
Great idea. Let's include that in page 2.
And we'll make sure the pilot runs smoothly. Progress report every 2 weeks.
Well, monitor costs closely and compare pre and post implementation results.
And I will oversee training and ensure the data integration with seamlessly.
Excellent. That's exactly the kind of proactive teamwork we need. Thank you for everyone for your input. It's been a productive discussion. Let's make sure our next update meeting show tangible improvement. Meeting adjourned. Have a great work. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Arkan.
Kartan.